Hi everyone, I'm Milane from English Made Easy. If you want help with your English language and English literature lessons, then you are in the right place. Do consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. If you subscribe, you will not miss any of the lessons that I post. Today I will be doing a short poem with you. It's called The River and was written by Valerie Bloom. It is from the new Mulberry English Course, coursebook 4 by Anahita Lee. I will read and explain the poem to you. You can improve your English with a poem. And if you like poetry, I have a playlist of several poems that you can go through. Just click on this link. Let's start with today's poem, The River. The poem has 5 verses. I have written the meanings of a few words below each slide so you can refer to them while I read and explain the poem to you. This is a happy and peaceful poem that will relax you. You know how the sound of water in a river relaxes people? Just like that. So let's begin with it. The River by Valerie Bloom. The river's a wanderer, a nomad, a tramp. She doesn't choose one place to set up her camp. What does this mean? The river's a wanderer. A wanderer is someone who goes from place to place aimlessly. So the river is wandering, going from one place to another without any aim, without any purpose. The river is also a nomad. A nomad, if you look at the bottom where the meanings are, is someone who goes from place to place with family and belongings. Again, someone who's just wandering around. A tramp, the river is also a tramp. Who's a tramp? Look below. Someone who goes from place to place as he has no home or job. So the poet is calling the river a wanderer, a nomad, and a tramp. Basically, personifying the river, making the river like a person and a female, that too. That's why she is used. And this is called personification. It's a figure of speech. It's called personification, where you make a non living or an inanimate object more like a person. You give them the qualities of a person so that you can understand that that inanimate object has feelings. So the poet is obviously very interested in a river. She loves the river and she's calling her, in this case, a wanderer, a nomad, and a tramp. She's basically calling the river a wanderer, a person who just goes from one place to another with family and belongings and has no home and no job, just going on and on. She doesn't choose one place to set up her camp. The river does not choose one place and stay there. She just moves on and on like a wanderer. The river's a winder through valley and hill. She twists and she turns. She just cannot be still. A winder, meaning not straight, having twists and turns. If you can picture a river, you will know exactly what the poet is trying to say. The poet is saying the river is a winder, winding, going around a valley, a hill. You know, when you have a hill, you have to go around here and there and then go into the valley. So the river cannot possibly flow straight. The river, she is winding. She twists and she turns. She just cannot be still. She cannot stay in one place. She's moving like a wanderer and she's not moving in a straight direction. She is twisting and turning through valley and hill. The river's a hoarder. A hoarder is a person who collects and stores things. And she buries down deep all those little treasures she wants to keep. What exactly does a river keep? You know what a river does. A river flows down from the mountains, and as the river flows, the river gathers with it a whole lot of stones and all kinds of maybe even precious stones, which are really treasures, or maybe all kinds of things that people have put into the river. The river will not get rid of it, the river will keep it deep down, buried deep down. There's silt, which is fertile soil also that the river carries along with it and deposits it in the plains. This is like a geography lesson. So the river is not just a wanderer but also a hoarder. And she buries deep down all those little treasures she wants to keep, just like we might like collecting treasures and keeping them, storing them, burying them somewhere. The river does the same. The river's a baby. She gurgles and hums and sounds like she's happily sucking her thumbs. So the sound that the river makes as it flows is like the sound that a baby makes when it's happy. And when is a baby happy? When the baby is sucking her thumbs. So if you have seen a little baby and you have seen the baby sucking her thumb, you will know what the poet is trying to say. The baby will gurgle, make sounds that are distinct to only babies, and the baby will hum. The baby cannot talk. A very tiny baby cannot talk, but the baby can make sounds, and when it's happy, it makes distinct sounds. The river makes similar sounds, and the river sounds like she's happily sucking her thumbs, just like a baby does. The river's a singer. As she dances along, the countryside echoes the notes of her song. Isn't that beautiful? The river's a singer too. So the sound is not just like that of a gurgling baby. It sounds like a beautiful song. And when you look at the river, it looks like she's dancing because she's twisting and turning and going this way and that way. And while the river flows along, the countryside, the whole place, the countryside echoes the notes of her song. The sound of the river, that happy sound, can be heard all over the countryside, like the echoes all over. Makes everything and everyone around very happy. So I'm going to read the entire poem to you one more time without stopping now. The River by Valerie Bloom. The river's a wanderer, a nomad, a tramp. She doesn't choose one place to set up her camp. The river's a winder through valley and hill. She twists and she turns. She just cannot be still. The river's a hoarder and she buries down deep all those little treasures she wants to keep. The river's a baby. She gurgles and hums and sounds like she's happily sucking her thumbs. The river's a singer as she dances along. The countryside echoes the notes of her song. I hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed the poem, please hit that like button before you leave. And thank you for watching the video. We'll meet again very soon. And bye for now.